180 AD. On the northern frontier, a freezing Roman military camp sits under heavy winter snow, while the Antonine Plague decimates the empire's legions. Inside a command tent, Emperor Marcus Aurelius is dying. He observes his own fatal symptoms with clinical detachment. His heir, Commodus, reacts with terror. Paranoia has taken hold of the young Caesar, and he is desperate to abandon the camp. A father and son face the same deadly reality, yet inhabit completely opposite psychological states. Marcus achieved this stillness through an ancient psychological framework designed to sustain a ruler under extreme pressure. Modern Stoicism suggests that strength requires the suppression of emotion, the simple act of gritting one's teeth. Uppercase Stoicism operates differently, serving as a system for rewiring how the brain interprets external facts. This ancient philosophy functions as a rigorous form of psychological therapy. It is the direct precursor to modern cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. Stoicism provides active mental mechanics to intercept anxiety and build internal durability. Consider the account of a famous Stoic teacher traveling across the Ionian Sea. His wooden ship is suddenly caught in a violent storm. The Stoics recognize that human emotion occurs in two stages. Stage 1 is the reflex. When the ship lurches, your heart races and you turn pale. These immediate, involuntary responses are biologically hardwired. On their own, they are harmless. This diagram shows the event splitting into two phases. Stage 2 is the ascent, the moment the mind applies a value judgment. Labeling the storm a catastrophe triggers a feedback loop, amplifying the biological reflex into a self-sustaining panic. Marcus Aurelius cured his own anxiety through objective representation. This is the practice of stripping away emotional adjectives to describe facts strictly as they are. While other nobles trained in rhetoric to manipulate crowds, Marcus trained in anti-rhetoric to decatastrophize his own mind. He followed the core rule of the philosopher Epictetus: it is not things that upset us, but our judgments about things. He also practiced modeling the sage, mentally asking how a trusted mentor or historical figure would react to the crisis at hand. Separating objective facts from emotional value judgments creates cognitive distance. This mental space allows for wise action rather than blind reaction. This level of emotional control requires a repetitive, daily mental regimen. This cycle begins with morning preparation. A practitioner mentally rehearses the day's obstacles and difficult people to prepare the mind for potential anger. The evening review follows, a self-audit of the day's actions to identify exactly where reason failed. This cyclical cross-examination trains the brain to catch stage 1 reflexes before they escalate into full-blown anxiety. Emotional control demands the same daily conditioning as building physical muscle. On his deathbed, Marcus's calm acceptance of his end stands as the evidence of his lifelong practice. Commodus possessed an untrained, reactive mind. This lack of discipline guaranteed his descent into historical infamy. Marcus left behind the Meditations, a private journal never intended for publication. It survives as a manual for psychological rewiring. Power comes from mastering the cognitive lens through which you view the world.